Celesyria, his general, who gathered together a great host, encamped in Jamnia, and sent unto Jonathan the high priest, saying, Thou alone liftest up thyself against us, and I am laughed to scorn for thy sake, and reproached, and why dost thou vaunt thy power against us in the mountains?
Somebody's feeling a little some type of way.
Verse 71. Now therefore, if thou trustest in thine own strength, come down to us into the plain field, and there let us try the matter together. For with me is the power of the cities.
Is it?
Ask and learn who I am, and the rest that take our part, and they shall tell thee that thy foot is not able to stand before our face.
Mm-hmm.
For thy fathers have been twice put to flight in their own land. Wherefore now thou shalt not be able to abide the horsemen, and so great a power in the plain, where is neither stone nor flint nor place to flee unto. So when Jonathan heard these words of Apollonius, he was moved in his mind, and choosing 10,000 men, he went out of Jerusalem, where Simon his brother met him, for to help him.
She was like, yeah, that's how you feel. Nobody gonna step foot in your face, right? Nobody. All right.
And he pitched his tents against Joppe. But they of Joppe shut him out of the city, because Apollonius had a garrison there.
So they was already doing business together. So he said, man, I can't let y'all come in here.
Yeah. But just like the U.S. has like a fort in different places.
In every place?
Yeah, the same thing. Like you can't do that. Like they got a base there. That's
right.
what a garrison is a base.
Thank you.
Then Jonathan laid siege unto it, whereupon they of the city let him in for fear. And so Jonathan won Joppe.
So basic Joppe said, man, I can't let you do this. Your boy got a base over here. Jonathan said, all right. We smashed that base, went back to him and said, man, we stay here. And he said,
yes.
Yeah.
Action speaks louder than words. Whereof, when Apollonius heard, he took 3,000 horsemen with a great host of footmen, and went to Azotus as one that journeyed, and therewithal drew him forth into the plain, because he had a great number of horsemen, in whom he put his trust. Then Jonathan followed after him to Azotus, where the armies joined battle. Now Apollonius had left 1,000 horsemen in ambush, and Jonathan knew that there was an ambushment behind him, for they had compassed in his host and cast darts at the people from morning till evening.
So his army was throwing darts and testing their water all evening, so they know exactly what he had.
Yes. But the people stood still as Jonathan had commanded them, and so the enemy's horses were tired. Then brought Simon forth his host, and set them against the footmen, for the horsemen were spent, who were discomfited by him, and fled.
So they gave horses that had been running and tired all day to go to war with the other guys.
Yeah.
Cool.
The horsemen also, being scattered in the field, fled to Azotus, and went into Beth Dagon, their idol's temple, for safety. But Jonathan set fire on Azotus and the cities round about it, and took their spoils, and the temple of Dagon with them that were fled in it, he burned with fire.
So,
wow.
My man ran up on Jonathan. After Jonathan trying to have peace, Judah, we had peace. We went to the wedding. We did
the most.
Gold and silver. We broke them off.
We did the most.
We know that y'all only rocking like this. You on good times because we took your man Demetrius out. Now Demetrius wants to rock with this guy and then this guy. Yeah, Apollonius. Now he wants to talk about he's the baddest man. Bring his people in. So that Judah said, man, again, I gotta do this again. When y'all gonna get y'all people?
They like it, brother. They like it.
But look at this though. Where is Alexander? Because in this treaty,
I know
anybody that comes against us comes against Alexander. I know, but Alexander, that's your boy though, right?
I know where he is. Cleopatra.
Yeah, he's like the Cleopatra.
Come on now.
That Egyptian woman got his mind gone. Well, God bless want you to see how they fight amongst each other, come together to exalt you, right? And then they'll let each other take shots at you just to see if you're still strong. If not, then they devour you. But they're supposed to be your friends, though. We want you to understand how this game works on a higher level. You're reading it here, but you see it play out every day.
Yes.
You watch let's say a Michael Jordan, let's say a LeBron, right? So you got LeBron doing all these great things. You get some to get on TV and say, oh, it's a sham, it's a fraud, it's this or that. Then you get the other group and say, no, he's a good guy, he's our guy. So then LeBron, I don't know the man, so I don't know how he's reacting behind it. But if he's foolish, he's thinking, oh, I really got some good guys on my side right here. And we are in this against those guys. No.
They could have set it all up.
They set it all up so that you could pay attorneys who are their friends to go into the lawsuits. They send people around you to do frivolous things, so you got to go to the law because the law is not where we are. That's where they siphon all the money away from us, right? Just understand, man, the point of this is that don't let man exalt you. Don't get caught up on somebody else's words or they hot air. Don't sail on nobody else's hot air out their mouth.
No, give that old thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because we're almost at the end. We just bringing it home right here.
Hit 84 more time. But Jonathan set fire on Azotus.
Fire, baby!
And the cities round about it, and took their spoils, and the temple of Dagon, with them that were fled in it, he burned with fire. Thus there were burned and slain with the sword well nigh 8,000 men.
8,000.
And from thence, that's why the police officers just be wanting to kill you, because they know the history.
They know the history.
Gonna shoot you down.
They've been beating down. Now we are not going to
know
give them a
who
chance.
you are.
Two men can't be together. They won't let two black men be together on the street without thinking they selling drugs or doing something wrong. Or they better be gay. You better be grabbing each other's booty. That's about it.
Yeah.
Sad.
Verse 86. And from thence Jonathan removed his host and camped against Ascalon, where the men of the city came forth and met him with great pomp.
Yeah.
After this, returned Jonathan and his hosts unto Jerusalem, having many spoils.
Many spoils.
Now when King Alexander heard these things, he honored Jonathan yet more.
But wasn't that for the fight, though?
No.
It wasn't that for the fight, though.
No. Verse 89. And sent him a buckle of gold, as the use is to be given to such as are of the king's blood. He gave him also Asaron with the borders thereof in possession. A whole country, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I did beat the dudes down. I mean, what you gonna tell me? You can't have a country. You might as well cut a deal and say, hey, man, it's yours.
Yeah, you earned it.
Yeah. So, that's our show for the night, man. That is chapter 10. I wasn't sure we was gonna get through the whole thing tonight.
We made it happen. You know, Most High be moving. So
yes, he does. So we're gonna do our shout outs to everybody, man. Frederick Brooks in the building. Jaina, Lear, I got the last name right. Yakar, Yasharala, love you, Queen, glad you're in the building. Sharonda Art by Sharonda Kiever in the building.
Hey, what up,
Kirsten, look at Kirsten in the building. Yes.
What up,
We got Kim in the building. Davis, we're glad you're in. Eric, my brother Gordon, I love it.
What up?
Phil Frazier in the building. Kim Booty. Yeah, this is Terry's Glenn. Yes, that's my daddy. And Kim, yes. And then Yvonne, what's up, my brother?
What up, my
Yes.
A lot of family, man.
Kelly in the building.
Kelly.
Lonnie, my brother. So glad y'all checking in. Derek.